Alrighty, this is for you, Neri. Alright, we're gonna go through. We're gonna fucking play through the game with a spellcaster, wizard, lizard. The third. Oh, damn. Yeah, wizard, lizard. I'll be using the most pathetic early game class possible, just for you. Or a dragon scholar, of course. Got that light brown hair. Oh yeah. A little bit of customization. Much better. Alright, I'll be going through quickly and try and like explain stuff and how this game like actually works. Locking on is extremely important, obviously. Walking up behind people and you can do a backstab. These guys in these idle animations, I don't believe you can get a backstab on. See, I'm right behind them. I'll show you on a real enemy later. Don't you worry. But, yeah. I should be able to better equip you with the ability to fight your enemies. Hopefully. I hope. So we got our first bonfire. Boom. No point in sitting down on it. We get nothing. We run in here. Trigger the boss. Down. Fire. Up this hallway. We get our shield. The size of the shield matters, so the smaller your shield is, the less kind of weapons there are. So there are small, medium, and large shields. Oops, I'm geeking a little. So if you walk up behind him, boom, backstab. Really easy to get in this game. Very reliable. Does a fuck ton of damage. Should definitely be looking for it. Nothing over there. Gotta walk up here. Talk to this guy. Boom, we get our access flask. Come up here. So how parries work is each shield size, the great ones can't parry, but the lights and mediums can. You want the attack to land when the shield is at its apex of movement before you swipe it to the side. That is what's going to give you the parry. Truthfully, it's a lot harder to parry these, like, guys because they'll hold their attacks really long. And it's kind of awkward to parry them. But it's okay. Typically, I have my melee weapon always out, and then I will have my catalyst in my offhand. Look at that, I'm a wizard. guys can't fuck with me. And look at that, I also can start the animation before I make it fully around the corner. Shields, also, if we look at them up close, we toggle their display. You can see on the right-hand side where the torch is, through the translation thing, you can see what kind of damage reduction is. Typically, fire, lightning, and magic will always penetrate through most shields. That stability is how much stamina it drains when you take a hit with the shield, so a bigger shield has a higher stability. So let's beat this guy's ass real quick. Should not take long. So as you can see, I'm attacking when I know I'm safe. Oops. A little bit too close for that one. It's okay. He's really slow. Easy enough. Now, to be honest, I have no clue how, like, magic will work later on in this game. This is very different. In Dark Souls 3, you have a mana bar and stuff like that. So, this is very new, but it should be fine. For now, I'll try and keep my magic usage to a minimal amount. Since, you know, you don't quite have the exact same amount of spells that I do. So, first thing we're going to do, get my health up to 10 or 11. Okay, attunement is what increases the number of spells I can have. Interesting. Well, I'm going to start pumping probably strength. Because I already know what kind of weapon I want for that late game plays. So if I pull it up, you go to Fextra Life. It's a decent wiki. It's got a bunch of ads on it, sadly, but it is what it is. So if we look, equipment, weapons, our early game weapon requires, let's see here, what is the requirement? 16 strength and 10 dex, and then our late game weapon, the one that I actually have an interest in using, as, let's see here, requirement of 16 strength, 10 dex, same thing. So that will mean that I won't have any wasted stat points. Very efficient combo. And hopefully I can just hoard up upgrade materials for both of them. So, we just saw previously how to go into the new Londo ruins, right? Grab that early Firekeeper soul. I think that's going to be really useful. So we're going to start with gathering all those items that we can get access to because we have that master key. I think it's a very wise decision. So we're going to die a couple of times here, but whatever, we have 96 souls. We're just going to send the elevator up because next we're going to go into the Valley of Drakes. Go grab the stuff over there. Because, believe it or not, you know, I'm a Dragon Scholar, so I think the Dragon Crest Shield would be pretty badass on the Dragon Skull. Oh, I just got a message from you, I bet. We'll check it later, though. We gotta lock in. Got a lot to do. I hope you did lift that portcullis. We'll see, though. So, once again, we'll run down here. Spooky ghost lady shows up. There's a special way that you can actually hit them, from what I've heard. Oh! I weave through. I'm gonna make it out. Well, quite frankly, I didn't think I'd get this far. Yeah, and they can't follow me back here. Let's go, fellas. Too bad next is Valley of the Drakes, so that's like basically guaranteed death, but it's okay. I ain't gonna bother killing these guys, there ain't no point. About to die in a couple of minutes. Thanks, bro, for the real weapon. What are the stats requirements for the S-Stock? 12 dex. Nope. We've already decided that I will use a weapon that requires 10. So I'm not going to waste stat points. Because I'm autistic. Obviously 2 wasted stat points isn't the end of the world. That's alright. I don't know if there's anything if you follow that path on the left. No, there isn't. It leads to nothing. Okay. I don't know this game like super well. I played it a very long time ago. I know everything up to Ornstein Smoke pretty well. But beyond that, we're pretty foggy. So we're gonna start. We're gonna slowly edge forward. Got it. The armor set down there by the other drakes, not really a big deal. That's much more important. So, boom, we got that. Got the humanities. Let's head over here. As I remember there being something out here in the far left. Probably need 2 runs going through the graveyard to grab everything safely. Well, as safely as you can. Not that all of it is going to be particularly useful, but, you know, I like to have it. Much like you, I'm a bit of a hoarder. See anything down there? Going through. This is the binoculars over here. There's this Y-hander. Come on. One last one. Wing spear. Then, oh, I didn't remember. More money. Kablooey! And now we run! Survived on so much HP. Not even close, honestly. I was practically full. Even the big guy's following me. That is pretty wild. Come back to you, fatty, later. I have no interest, though, in miracles. I am a man of intelligence. I use sorceries. We have achieved the early game natty gains. Here's to hoping the rest of the game goes as smoothly. Alright. So let's take a seat down at this fire, see just how many levels we can really get. Tune magic button, interesting. More importantly, look at all these. Gives you quite the early game stimulus check. So although our build does scale off intelligence for the most part, I'd like to raise my endurance and strength up first so that I can start wearing like some actual armor, start bringing actual equipment. Right, because I bet if I... Yeah, I'm still rolling fine right now, but we'll see how long that lasts. Let's reinforce our Estus Flash, because we got that early game soul. And then we're going to go over our first big fundamental now. I could just blast all these guys kablooey style with my magic, but we won't. We're going to fight these like you might have to. So we walk up, get the first one to come, see how all the rest are J-chillin'? Walk. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Easy peasy. Second guy. Oh. You can also, pretty commonly, just walk around them just like that and get a backstab. Pretty dumb. Look at that. Easy peasy. A couple more souls there. Hit the jump right there. Boom, boom, boom. Grab this. It's a ring that lets you keep your souls even if you die. Honestly, I like never use it in any Souls game because it's one-time use, but if you were like really worried about having a bunch of souls on you, you can put it on for sure. But there are other rings in this game that I think are a lot more like valuable. But yeah, like these enemies are pretty easy. They're like Fat Yoshi. After they start an attack animation, they're locked into it. So you can really just abuse the fuck out of them. Every enemy in this game is like that. Once they start an attack animation, they're committed to it. So you can just walk backwards and dodge it. This might be our hardest fight in the run. There we go. Got the rat. So once again, let's show how it works. Right, we get one enemy, strafe his attack, or do whatever, block it, counter attack. Get one enemy, boom, just abuse him. Only you can do. Now, as tempted as you might be to go up there, you could also just like plunging attack the fuck out of this guy down here. Or you could fuck it up like me, but that's okay. So we got a knife, so it swings very fast. Look at that. You might have been using a super attack on me. I don't know. But I just put up my shield, I block it, and I move on. It's not a big deal. These guys are not dangerous. Look at that. See, I don't see him charging up attack at all there, right? He's still trying to get within range, or what he thinks is range. So I go on the aggressive. Right? And you can easily tell when someone's going to start up attack because their animation of like walking or running will pause. It's pretty easy to tell. But of course it'll come more with time. Got a firebomb guy. Not in range. Oops. A little embarrassing. Get him. What happens to the best of us? There you go. We'll keep that in for you, Meatball. That way you can go, wow, Logan's a bit of an idiot sometimes. Oops. But that's okay. Because the whole thing with Dark Souls is about not giving up. And I ain't hear no bell. So we'll continue to take it nice and seriously, right? One guy at a time. Have the wall here so the guy on top can't hit me. Damn, that guy just hit a fallen kingdom. He lived though. That's kind of wild. Oh shit. Look at that. Even a Dark Souls pro like me can, you know, make a fuck up. That's alright though. Makes me a pro is I don't give up. Or because I'm just like good at the game, but that's alright. Not everyone's good at the game. It's more important that you just don't give up. Now we learn from our mistakes. So what we learned there? Well, spam attacking that guy pushes me really close to that corner. And that makes me pretty prone to falling off the ledge and dying. Hopefully we can kill this guy before the other one comes over. Yeah, we got him. Boom. Alright. Time to show we learned our lesson. Look at that. But yeah, like a big dumb swing like that, you can easily just walk to the side. And just backstab the ever-living shit out of them. Nothing in here. It's above, so. Not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I've even played a mage in like Dark Souls 3. Although, I did use the same weapon as we'll be using later in this gamer series. Okay. So right now we have two enemies on us. What do we need to do? We need to separate them. Otherwise, we could be in danger. But look at that. Right there. That was the super spaz attack. Easily defeated by just holding up my shield for half a second. Look at that. You can also just circle these guys. These guys are so passive. They rarely ever attack, right? Like, I'm all up in his face. He's not attacking me. So, you can really abuse these guys. These guys are kind of fucking idiots. There's a man back here. Oop. A little fucked up. But it's okay. We just get the backstab and we keep on going. I forget if there's anything over here meaningful. Oh wait, yeah. That's how do you get up onto the other roof? Yeah.
Well,
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go over here. And you know what? You're right. Why use, like, the fucking standard arrows when I could just buy a couple of bolts? Oh wait, because it's so much more expensive. What the fuck? That's insane. We're not buying that. We're gonna buy short bow for 1K. Get like 40 arrows. Before I got a lot more, because that was a complete melee class, right? I had no way to fight people at range. So remember, I'm doing this pretty pathetically. A lot of my stats as this casting class are in casting.
thank you, kind.
So right now, like, I have 12 vitality, 10 endurance, 11 strength, 11 dex. I'm like the wimpiest, like, attacker of all time. And I have a fucking knife. I'm like RPing a British person right now. I wonder, do I have the stats required to wield, like, literally any of these? I could do the Morning Star. I'm not a big fan of how slow that swings. But look at this. Alright, we got a big group of enemies. We lure the first two. Oh, fuck it up. It's okay, though. We separate them by the back guy doing an attack animation while the other guy is still moving towards me. Luckily, there are two more hooligans. And we are quite magical. Able to quickly dispatch these hooligans from our realm. That looks like a something balcony, but one could never know. That guy's body is spazzing out. You saw that. He was flying there for a second. Roll the tapes back, chat. Boom. Hit the jumps. Got years of jank-ass Dark Souls jumping experience. Don't plan on wasting it. I still have 8 flasks. We'll see. We'll go fight the Black Knight before we come back and rest at the bonfire. Because, like, I've cleared out the levels, so it doesn't hurt to push forward, deal with some of the guys around. Although, probably one of the more dangerous sections is coming up for me. Because it's not as dangerous for somebody like you, per se, but for me, that room over there, I have a fucking knife, dude, and there are 3 guys in there. So, could be quite dangerous. We'll see. Look at that. Snipes. Oh. Oh, alright. We got one of them. The other ones later. You know, I transitioned there using the fact that my weapon swings horizontally to my advantage. Right, low health. I'm not concerned though. Whiffs his attack. Boom. Punish.
All you gotta do is punish people. You're very good at that, goofball. I should know of all people. Boing. Shanked in the back to death. Horrific. Really hoping one of these guys will drop us a long sword. As straight swords are very much my preferred method of combat. But it's okay. We'll see. Man, that didn't work. Quite the wizard. This magic stuff is pretty overpowered though, not gonna lie. You just gotta use it a little bit more, goofball. Ooh, imagine I could thread the needle. I need to orient my body better. Okay. It's very different from Dark Souls 3, not gonna lie. Where you like aim with your face. That's alright. Right here, look at these like guys. They can't do anything against me. Just fucking abuse them. Fuck them. To be honest though, I don't want to use too many casts of my spells. Because I'm interested to see if the Black Knight down there can actually get up here. Judging by this guy, he probably can. Nice try, buddy. Just put our shield up. Knife, 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 knife. Shield up. Knife, 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 knife. British cesspool style. No, no, no. No, no, no. Uh-oh. I need to lock in. Look at that. They call me the Parry King. Probably because this guy just is using the same move over and over again. But who could say? I think it's because I'm the GOAT. Get a little titanite chunk. A little treat for me. Block. Knife, 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 knife. Look at that. That's pretty easy. Now Havel's down in that basement. He's a big dog. We'll show you how to beat him after we unlock the shortcut though first. So normally I'm like, oh, I only have 3 soul arrows. I got a bunch of money on me. It's realistically not worth going for this. I should just go back to the bonfire, cash out, you know. But the inner me is going, yeah, but that'd be some pussy shit. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in. We're gonna go beat his ass. Climb up the ladder. We're gonna use the iframes given by his friend to brutally murder him safely. Now let's go beat this guy up. Shouldn't be too bad. After all, we're using a knife, so our plunge attack damage should actually be pretty good. Fun fact, if you wait long enough at the top up here, he'll actually jump up to come and get you. Pretty funny. Our damage is not great. Whiffs there, so we can get a heal off. This is longer than this fight's ever gone for me. Our last two casts. Try to stay away from pushing him too far back. See how he's hopping back? I don't want to bring him over to that corner of the bridge where he could knock me off, theoretically. Get right in his face. What are you gonna do about it? Just keep on knifing him in the dick and balls. There we go. Easy enough fight. Even with this, like, absolutely pathetic dagger. I think that makes up for my horrific fall from earlier in the recording. Personally. But, yeah. So I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna go over here, grab our little rewards. A little crumb of souls for me. Go yap to the Solera guy. Oh damn, I accidentally said no. That's my bad. But that boss had a real trouble hitting me between his nuts. And you noticed, whenever I wasn't like attacking him actively or regenning stamina, I had my shield up. Because when you have your shield up and you regen stamina, it's slow. So really what you want to do is attack. Heck, regen stamina. If you see an attack coming, then put up your shield. Other than that, keep it down. If you're not sure and you're worried and you're at full stamina, always keep your shield up. So like right here, we're gonna get barbecued by this dragon. Where is he? Damn. My bad, bro. Just not skillful enough, I guess. Thank God I put those extra levels in vitality, huh? We're sprinting for that exit. Damn, look at that number of souls, though. Pretty legendary, not gonna lie. That's how you can tell this is the God run. Do I even have the stats to wield the bow and arrow I bought? I need one more dex. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, so we're gonna have 2 wasted points, I guess. It is what it is. It will let us move up to the S stock, but that sucks. But it's a necessary evil. Because I believe, yeah, 10, 12. Alrighty then. Those give us a much better weapon to use. To be honest, we have very even stats build right now. But look at that, we got our S stock now. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, not gonna lie. It's in nearly every Souls game, actually. I think it is in every Souls game. I haven't seen a Souls game without it. So we will grab our short bow, equip our arrows. First off, kind of fat rolling down, but that's okay. Or at least medium roll. It's very difficult for me to tell in this game, since even the medium roll is kind of slow. So that we aren't rudely interrupted. Fucking blast this guy. Using my wizard powers. Stand right back here. And relax. Now, because I have a lot lower stats than I did previously, it'll probably take a couple more arrows. Luckily, I got a lot more practice. This is only my 3rd or 4th time doing this now. I'm really good at starting new characters, really bad at finishing them. I feel like that's the way a lot of people are with games. Probably gonna have to take a break after getting the sword. Probably would farm a little bit of souls up so that I can, like, you know, feel a little bit more competent. Probably level up to like level 22 or something. Level 20 at least. Oops. Oops. I'm choking now. Focusing too much on the yap, not enough on the game. But you know how to farm souls like this guy. There's no shame in doing it. It'll make it a much more comfortable journey for you. Probably after this as well, we'll go kill Havel. Although I'm absolutely terrified of our damage. So that'll probably come after the farming. Because, holy fuck. if I'm dealing like 22 damage to him, Havel has like, I want to say 60 or something percent resistance to damage. So like I'll be dealing like 5. He's got a couple hundred health. Might die of old age. Oops. Oops. Focusing too much on the yapping. Gotta lock in. Running out of arrows. 25 left. Wow. I'm dog shit. Well, that's why we buy 40 of them, even though it should probably only take like 20 or something. Damn. Okay, that one I feel like should have been a hit. So is that one. It's gonna be really embarrassing if I need to go buy more arrows. So I'm gonna lock the fuck in here. Focus up. Because as a sorcerer, our damage is simply not there. This bow and arrow. 15 arrows left. Should be enough, hopefully. Cross our fingers. We got 12 dex, bro. 12 strength. I'm sure we're hitting for an absolute monstrous amount. At worst, we pull out the crossbow in our backpack as a backup, hopefully. Hopefully we have the stats. Uh-oh. Gotta hit on the left swing. Ten arrows left. There we go. Alright. I think that's a good place to call it. Go have dinner probably. Upload this for you so you can enjoy it. Let's head back down to the fire. Or maybe before we, call it, we'll just do some relaxing farming. Well, you can see our strength isn't high enough. We're struggling. We're not fast rolling like we used to. That's okay. We'll play till we have dinner. We'll just farm. Whatever I get is whatever I get. It's also good because it'll let me get the humanity to upgrade this bonfire without having to spend any of my own. Truthfully, without music, it's kind of boring though. That's alright. Maybe you should give me some topics in this downtime that you just want me to yap about. Flap my gums about some questions or something like that. I don't know. I imagine we'll have quite a bit of this downtime. So that's okay. After all, this series will show the good, the bad, and the ugly. And hopefully, fingers crossed, the only thing I hope is that fucking we never die to a basilisk. But beggars can't be choosers, so that might happen. We'll see. Crazy though. We need 2 decks. Well, 1 dexterity more to actually be able to wield that bow and arrow. Which is really gay. Theoretically, probably should have. I don't know actually. Let me check the stats of the crossbow. Yeah, I could have used it instead. But it would cost me twice the number of souls and bolts, which would technically be the right play, because you can always farm more souls like this. Can't always, you know, remove a level. But I think that makes this more human, you know? Much more human playthrough. I'm just a man. But yeah, no, I was looking, the spell variety is rather pathetic, rather anemic. Oh, look at that, we got 2 humanity already. 1 we already had, granted, but now we have enough to reverse the hollowing and to make that bonfire real. Pretty cool. Once we can wield the Drake sword, we can get access to the Havel's ring by killing Havel in the basement. I won't dare even bother trying to kill him without having access to it, though. Our damage should be so much better with it. Then, probably after we kill the Titanite demon thing, or run past it, we can get access to the Deeper Gardens. Oops. Where we can get the armor set that we plan to wear for the entire run, which is Oscar's, the guy who dies in the very start of the game. I thought it'd go nicely with this blue shield, or blue magic. He's got a lot of blue motifs on it. I won't spoil what our weapon is, but we won't get it for a while, sadly. We have to wait until much longer in the game. But believe me, once the game opens up after beating O and S, the halfway point, that'll be the first place we go. We'll go get it. You can always imbue other like weapons too with magical and stuff like that, using smithing stuff, but to be honest, I never found them. I never bothered looking for them because, well, the basic fact is that it's just not very important when you aren't running a build that uses a caster stat. This is also a good way to supplement the runes that they would expect you to be getting as you like trial and error through the game. As you don't really err around here. We're kind of goated like that. But to give you a hint on what weapon we will be using, it's in my room with me right now. You've seen it. I know you've seen it. I've shown it to you. It's a very special weapon to me. And I've used it in very many Souls games. Although, not gonna lie, It is a caster weapon. Whenever I use it, I really just turn into a melee build with, you know, some caster on the side. It's kind of funny that way, though. I consider it one of the coolest weapons, swords even, in fiction. Right up there with the Berserk Nut Sword, which is also a fun fact in every single game. The sword that Guts uses from Berserk. It's the really big one. Very famous. Let's see here. It's 5:40, so probably only keep this up for like 5-ish more minutes. Should get us to around 10k, 11k, 12k, somewhere around there. Come on, Dragon, do your thing. What a bummer, right? No, the real bum's kind of me. I haven't even upgraded this fire yet because I ran through the entire zone without needing to. Sorry, chat. I'm just gaming too hard. But you can really get a lot of souls like this in just a couple of reps. Granted, it's a lot easier for me because I can just hold down the sprint key the entire time, making this significantly more enjoyable. Hopefully the audio isn't too bad too. I turned up my microphone on purpose because I noticed it was very quiet in the other one. So as long as I'm not like yelling, I shouldn't blow out your eardrums. Should be okay. Yeah. You can just put these on. Alright, so also just for fun, you know, I'll sprinkle a code word in all these videos, okay? And you know, while you watch it, maybe you'll find it, you know, and then I'll quiz you, see if you actually watched the video. It won't always be at the end like this, but you know, for the first one, it's very fitting that it is. Alright? Make sure you've been paying attention, even through suffering through my farming. Maybe while you're farming. Oops. But our code word today will be scholar. That's a good code word. As I am a dragon scholar, I'm here to study dragons in the world of Lordran. Very nerdy word. Sometimes this dragon, he's so fidgety. Sometimes he'll blast them like immediately. Sometimes he waits for a bit. Quite the weirdo, IMO. Yeah, this should shoot us up a bunch of levels too. Generally though, I use those white souls that you find on the ground so that I always have stuff for vendors. Anything in your pockets that you get, all good, but I try and keep the other stuff for the vendors. 12,000 souls, not bad start. Should give us enough levels early on. Hopefully let us use the great sword. Oopsie daisy. I'll probably do a little research on where to actually get all the sorcery stuff. So, you know, we'll both be following guides. Should make it more fun. Fun fact, the S-Stock is actually one of the better weapons throughout Souls games to use with a mage build in Fusion. And to prove it, I could head on Vextra Life right now. Oh, this fucking dragon is being finicky with his fireball. Like a weirdo. So let's see here. I'll mark our phone as we climb the ladder. Technically, this is some suboptimal farming. That's okay. Still working on it. Big dumb dragon. He doesn't know he's powering up the very man that'll kill him. Alright, looks like there's a handful. But the S-Stock... Let's see here. Gets an A in intelligence when you imbue it with magic. Looks like there's something called enchanted, and then magic. So enchanted at +5, it gets an A. Deals an additional 139 magic damage on top of its like 130 normal piercing damage. And then obviously it gets more magic damage based on your intelligence. Certainly rather entertaining. Oh, 15,000 souls should be plenty. So we won't have to worry about that, because now we have our 16 strength that we needed. And the weapon that will bring us success. Just out of curiosity, let's go grab the S-Stock, right? And with one hand go poke someone. 33 damage. Now obviously the sword's going to deal a little more damage no matter what we do. Just because it's like a heavier sword. Let's go see. One-handed. 139. Let's just check if that was a fluke. 133. For people that are not going to be putting very much effort into their damage stats, this thing is a monster. And seeing as my family still hasn't messaged me about dinner, let's go see if we can beat Havel first try. If not, it's not a big deal. He can be a little finicky. Of course, first we had to get there. But that's okay, we have our new weapon. They are extremely strong. And whenever something is out of range for my new weapon, oh shit, pimps. Just go into melee with that shit. Yeah, I certainly don't mind collecting some fire bombs off these guys. Fuck that guy over there. He's shooting us in the back the entire time. What an op. Another reason why I recommend straight swords, if you go one hand, right, you get a very good side to side swing, right? You go two hand, you get very good up and downs. Yeah, that's the Drake sword's unique heavy. I believe all the dragon weapons have a unique heavy like that. If I remember correctly though, it's not too good to use it very often because it chews through durability in this game. Yeah, you can see we're already at 298 out of 360 durability. Not good. So we'll have to treat it pretty nicely until we get the ability to repair it, but that's okay. Now there's no point in me fucking even bothering my magic staff here. I might get one spell off on this guy, but he's kind of a pimp. So you gotta be really, really careful with him. He's at the bottom of this tower. Into the depths. There he is. You want to have him come high up the stairs, start an attack, and drop down here. Look at that, 172. Not bad damage. Very good damage, actually. Strafe the attack. Backstab. If we were to be using the dagger for this, we'd be dealing like genuinely 6 damage. The thing is, this sword will get outscaled pretty quickly by having like actually offensive stats. But for now, it lets me be a cheap ass. And there we gain Havel's Ring. Havel's Ring lets us equip more heavy equipment. So now we'll be able to roll faster. Very nice stuff. And there's this entire area down here too. Darkroot Basin. Now I don't think we're going to be able to beat the Hydra in the lake, to be honest. These guys are pretty resistant to magic. Who'd have thought? They're kind of like magic golems. Well, the Hydra can see us. And that the Hydra can kill these guys for you too. Got a little greedy there. one more of these guys over here. We'll go deal with it. Make sure this thing's durability is still fine. At 195. So it's really only the skill that like demolishes it. We'll fight the Hydra, why not? I still have no message that it's dinner time. Call me confident. I did this last night too, to get this armor. Ow. As the fight goes on, it gets a lot easier because you start taking heads off. Don't want to get too greedy here. Only got one hit off there. Quite the pain. Sitting here with our shield up. Wait for my back. There you go. Kablooey! Another head there. Two left. This guy is a little weird. Sir, I'm noticing your head's kind of in the wall. Well, that's really dumb. We die by falling into the water that we're supposed to be and fighting the guy. Whatever. We just run back. Alright, let's not get too greedy here, Logan. Oh, I made a nary tier mistake there. Alright, well, let's not do that again. Falling into the water was not optimal. Definitely a suboptimal play, the kids would say. But that's alright. I don't know if the blue boys respawn again. We'll find out, I suppose. Okay, looks like they do. Ow. He really slaps me around, huh? Damn, playing around this tree is kind of like a shitty thing to do. I recognize that attack. That's from Dark Souls 3 on the Crystal Lizard. Well, that ain't help. Alright, let's focus up. We can beat this guy. Last time we only lost because fucking the game's gay or whatever. Alright, well. That sucks. We lose like 5k souls there, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna go back again. I don't think it's worth it. We got the knight armor set if we really want it. I don't think we can really wear it though. Yeah, without being heavy. So. Oops. Oops. Alrighty. Oh, rip. Hey. We can always come back later. I'll see you in the next one, goopball. You can have this awkward log out section every time.